that the Seattle Storm owner verbally berated a 16-year-old girl for supporting Sophie Cunningham, we got a problem.
The accusation is currently causing a stir in women's professional basketball. An accusation between a team owner and a teenage fan, not a draft pick or a buzzer beater. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 85% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So, did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now, back to the video.
We got the WNBA media. Roberta's losing her mind. Losing her mind. Because she wants to be able to ask Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark non-basketball related questions.
A much darker narrative was taking place outside the arena, with tiny fan rallies and high-level executives losing their cool in public, while media members argue about what questions reporters should be permitted to ask players.
Here, there was a Sophie Cunningham fan rally outside the Fever game tonight. And, yeah, it looks like there was a lot more people there than people were originally talking about supporting Sophie Cunningham.
A rally in support of Sophie Cunningham took place outside the venue. Families, supporters, and young girls wearing jerseys were out in much greater numbers than first reported. However, the atmosphere became strained at that point.
Seattle Storm Stephanie Dolson came sauntering in pregame wearing this: trans white rights or human rights. Seattle Storm's getting destroyed. Absolutely destroyed.
While rival supporters and counter-protesters interacted with the audience, players arriving at Climate Pledge Arena passed the demonstration. Setting the mood for what transpired inside the building, the atmosphere outside swiftly transformed from a sports dispute into a hotbed of cultural tension.
Brandy Krause, who helped organize this pro-women's rally, not an anti-trans rally, that's the media blowing smoke up your ass. A pro-women's and girls rally. They're right.
One of the event's organizers, Brandy Krause, stressed that the event's sole goal was to assist women and girls in athletics. However, the opposition's swift and intense response created a climate in which supporters felt singled out just for donning particular clothing.
The way the Seattle Storm fans, players, and even an owner treated teenage girls today for simply acting the act of wearing XXXY athletic shirts and cheering on Sophie Cunningham was beyond disgusting. They were cussed at, booed, and intentionally tripped. What? One of them was berated until she cried.
Teenage ladies wearing sports advocacy shirts were treated in ways that went beyond typical fan banter, according to reports and first-hand accounts. Witnesses reported that young guests were purposefully tripped, cursed at, jeered, and, in at least one case, brought to tears by violent altercations.
I'm told that Seattle Storm co-owner Celeste Keaton confronted, verbally berated, and cussed at two young Sophie Cunningham supporters at the Fever versus Storm game Tuesday night. Keaton called them fucking insane and said, "How dare you come here and pull this shit." One of the victims, 16 years old, was left crying, causing them to put their signs.
At this point, the narrative changes from fan-on-fan animosity to executive wrongdoing. According to sources, two teenage Sophie Cunningham supporters were verbally abused by Seattle Storm co-owner Celeste Keaton inside the arena. Keaton called them fucking insane and demanded to know how they could conduct that trick.
A woman sitting next to them with a sign said "No hate in the United States" was extremely rude and said their XXXY athletic shirts were, quote, ugly. Jennifer Say, she is the founder and CEO of XXXY Athletics.
The consequences were felt right away. They packed away their signs under duress after one of the impacted fans, a 16-year-old kid, started crying. Brand founders like Jennifer Say became embroiled in the debate as other guests seated next to them denounced their attire as unsightly.
If you're not there to talk about basketball, then why do you need to be there? if you're not there to concentrate on the actual game of basketball, not your social activism issues, why are you credentialed?
This raises a challenging topic regarding league media credentials. Instead of covering the game on the court, reporters who exploit press access to promote social action provoke an awkward discussion about who truly belongs in the arena.
Storm head coach Sonia Raymond, on her reaction to the anti-trans rally before the game versus the Fever. Quote, "We always want to be in an area where people feel welcome coming into the building. I know our organization was working closely with Climate Pledge Arena and with security to make sure everybody feels safe and included and welcome when they..."
In response to the pre-game protest, Seattle head coach Noel Quinn Roman Raymond emphasized that the team collaborated closely with arena security to guarantee everyone entering the building is secure and included. However, the team's co-owners' alleged acts behind closed doors are not adequately addressed by that stated attitude.
Fever PR responded with a statement from the organization, quote, "Neither our organization nor Sophie had any knowledge of this demonstration and no contact with the organizers. Our only goal as a team, whether at home or away, is to win basketball games and make Fever fans for life. We are united in that mission."
The Indiana Fever management managed the media frenzy by releasing a polished, orderly statement that made it seem that neither the team nor Sophie Cunningham had any previous knowledge or interaction with the demonstration, maintaining their sole emphasis on winning basketball games.
She's mad. She's calling out Caitlin Clark. I know no one will based on statements and reactions, but someone in the league side, not a player, has to effing say the words "trans women belong in women's sports," period.
As was to be expected, this refusal to fall for political bait infuriated certain members of the media who publicly insisted that athletes and celebrities like Caitlin Clark take a stance on divisive ideological matters instead of focusing just on sports.
They are absolutely not relevant if it is not directly related to basketball on the court. Caitlin Clark literally just told you in a viral interview, "When it comes to me, keep it about basketball on the court." Monica McNutt, Roberta, 2 days later, completely out the door.
Caitlin Clark has consistently taken a firm stance, making it apparent that her duty is to play basketball on the floor. It ignores what fans really pay to see when sportsmen are expected to bear the brunt of every cultural controversy.
So, now that we know the Seattle Storm owner allegedly verbally went after this underage fan, look, 16 years old, whether you like it or not, is technically a child. A kid.
When a 16-year-old juvenile is purportedly targeted by an adult co-owner of a professional business over a t-shirt and a placard, it goes beyond what corporate PR statements can just ignore. No matter how fierce sports rivalries get, a teenager is still a child.
I seem to remember a few years ago, the Atlanta Dream owner got removed. She was one of the owners, got removed because she was a Republican, I think. Okay. How about we do the same to the Seattle Storm? I understand in that region, that's how they vote, that's how they get down, but I think it's unacceptable for an owner to go after a fan, allegedly. Tell me what you think.
There is precedent for dismissing franchise owners who violate the rules. The league office under Adam Silver will be under tremendous pressure to decide if ownership rules are the same for everyone if these claims are proven true. Leave a remark below, click subscribe, and let's discuss it at a later time.